Welcome back to another episode of our family adventures.
I'm Kurt.
And I'm Jen.
And we have two boys, Lucas and Logan.
In January 2021, I quit my job, we sold our dream home,
and we moved into our self-converted van.
Together we said goodbye to our family as we dove headfirst into uncharted territory. In this episode, we venture out into the wilderness where we find more signs of wildlife than human life and trailblaze our way back, richer both in wisdom and humility. Somewhere in northern Arizona, on public land, we found an isolated campsite nestled snug against a quaint hillside. An intriguing hillside for sure. As we admired its beauty from a distance, we wondered what the view looked like from atop.
So we found a great camp spot up here north of Camp Verde in Arizona. I figured let's go hike up on top of this hill mountain up here and see what we can find. Yeah, we couldn't find a hiking trail up there, but we're just gonna take off and see what we can see up there, basically. Looks like a good vantage point.
It stared back down at us in a way that seemed to call out to us. It wanted to be climbed. It wanted us to explore its treasures, and it wanted to teach us. However, there were no trails nearby that we could spot. No trails listed on Google, Gaia, or AllTrails that I could find. But yet, we had an affinity for this place that we just couldn't ignore. So, we followed our instinct and decided to make our own path. One definitely less traveled. We gathered some snacks, water, and our Garmin InReach and set out on a journey that eventually would lead us on an all-day adventure, with unexpected surprises around each turn. We took this opportunity to teach our boys some basic navigational skills, like how to read a compass, learn the cardinal directions, and picking out landmarks to keep on a directional path. Okay, good. So look, we're going on a trail that we aren't really on a real path. So we've got to be able to read the map, okay? Here's our compass. You see it? Here's another compass. What direction are we facing right this second?
Southwest?
Almost due west, yep. What's the N?
North.
What's the E?
East. South.
Okay, so directly behind us is where our van is, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, what direction is the van? Yeah, almost due east, okay? So if we get in trouble and we need to turn around, we know we need to head east, okay? Because east will take us back to the van. So turn back around and we saw the hill that we want to go up, right? Is pretty much like due west, okay? So if we keep on a westward track, we should ultimately get to our destination, okay? So we need to keep looking back at the compass, make sure that we're headed west, okay? Which way is our van? East, very good.
Good job.
Okay, so we'll keep looking at that every now and then, so long as I still have battery. Make sure that we're going.
Yeah.
And it's tracking us too here, okay? We observed trees and vegetation to establish north and south. We watched the shadows and which way the sun was going to identify east and west. Or the bark, or the trees. Where you see. We looked for animal tracks and analyzed many different types of scat.
Little flowers about to pop up. Yeah, those are still pretty old. Cool. Oh yeah.
Can I try it, Daddy?
Yeah, it's just poop. Just grass.
Grass? Really?
Yeah, they eat grass. They eat all this stuff in here and just poop it out.
One type, however, seemed to dominate the hillside. Elk. Elk scat was everywhere. Only, where were they? We saw where they lie, where they graze, where they shed their antlers, but so far not one living elk spotted.
Come right over here to Ham, Logan's. What do you guys see? What's on the ground? So cool to find. Look on the ground, right by your foot, Luke. There's one right by your foot, and there's a bigger one near me. Pick it up. Pick it up, Luke, right by your foot. What is that?
I don't know.
Bring it here. Pick up that bigger one. What is that, man? Are those deer antlers? Looks like a little buck. They fell off a little buck. Probably, they look kind of old. They look a few years old.
Come on, ahead.
But isn't that...
Here's another.
Oh, there's the other big one. Good job. Yeah, look at that. Dude, that is awesome. What a find. We're keeping
Put it on
those.
my head.
What do you think, Luke? We'll keep those?
Yeah.
These are cool.
Those are
I'm gonna
awesome.
find the other one of these.
Luke, what'd you find, buddy?
A big antler.
You found the biggest one.
What?
That's cool,
I
man.
found that too.
So how many did we find all together? Count them for me. How many?
4.
4. Okay. Awesome, guys.
See? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Let's put them in the backpack and let's keep walking up the hill.
So we continued on with a watchful eye. What was clear, however, that this place was definitely their hill and we were just visitors. Not a single human footprint to be observed that wasn't our own. We found evidence of animalistic behavior and the not-so-fortunate creatures whose fate ended in another's jaws. Something crazy up ahead.
Whoa!
Whoa!
I couldn't see because of the tree there. That's cool, Jenny. Good find. Be careful. Watch out, please. Don't look like a cow. Look like a cow?
No.
There's its head.
We found signs of spring, a rebirth of sorts, so delicately placed, juxtaposed next to a bare pile of bones. A beginning of life, just as one ends, another begins. The circle of life is so evident in nature, and it becomes so clear that the death of one animal is not a tragedy, but rather a blessing to another. Call it natural selection if you like, but really, I think it's all about balance. Animals of all species have survived without human intervention for millions of years. It only really seems to go awry when man gets involved and upsets the natural balance of nature. As we looked around, something else became evident and equally as shocking when we realized what was missing from the scene. Trash. With the exception of one balloon that probably made its final descent upon this hill miles from where its human let it go, there was no other trash to be seen, or picked up, or stepped on. No trash for animals to eat, or get caught in, or choke on. No path, no humans, no trash. How crazy is that? How crazy is it that our human waste has become so normal to see that it seems unnatural anymore to see a clean, undisturbed, pristine environment the way it was created and meant to be? I want to believe most people don't do it on purpose. Perhaps a gust of unexpected strong wind sweeps through your campsite and sucks out a plastic bag or two with it. Perhaps we forget about the wrapper in our pocket as it falls out after taking a rest break on a rock. Or perhaps we really just don't realize what impact we have when we consume single-use plastic items. And that eventually our waste will end up somewhere other than our pantry. And it's not always in a trash can. It's not always in a trash bag or a dump, regardless of our intentions. What we have seen on our journey since we left Tennessee, however, is a reoccurring theme and evidence of blatant disrespect, entitlement, and ignorance. Grills, coolers, clothes, graffiti, strollers, tents, tables, toilet paper, wipes, the whole kitchen sink left behind. This is not okay. And this is the type of human behavior that ruins it for everyone. The type of behavior that shuts down beautiful places like this. And that includes public land, national forest land, and other state park lands. It's happened in recent times and it's being threatened in many areas of the lake right now. As we continued our ascent to the top of this unnamed hill, it dawned on me. This hill, this place, was here to teach us a lesson. one of humility and gratitude, grace and reward. But at the same time, it was also like a warning of such. Seeing what was in front of us, largely undisturbed by man, and knowing what could come of it with our careless actions as a human race.
Well, dang it, man. As close as I've ever been to a coyote. Literally came out of the tree right over here. There's at least 5 or 6 elk up on top of this ridge. Man, that coyote scared the crap out of me. Kids and wife were back there. I decided to go ahead of them because of the elk. But yeah, man, this is cool. No trail. They were running pretty good, so they'll be over on the other side. Maybe I can get the drone up and get a shot of them. But beautiful. We've seen a lot of cool stuff out here. And don't worry, we're on public lands, national forest lands, so. But yeah, man, if you can get off of a trail, do it responsibly, pretty awesome, pretty epic. See if I can, yeah, these views. Man, this place is beautiful.
We sat and we took it all in at the top. We reminded our kids that we must care for our land and not be careless.
We made it. We're on the top.
Yeah, we'll probably go up there on the very top of the ridge, but it's such a beautiful view.
Okay.
We talked about the circle of life and how to respect nature. That our actions have consequences, both immediate and long-term. We bonded with each other and gave thanks for the day.
Man, this place is beautiful. Flew the drone to see if I could see the elk or that coyote, and didn't see anything, but we're gonna go up this hill a little bit more. I just saw this beautiful view here. So we're gonna go up on top of the ridge and see if we can see anything. Yeah, epic place, man.
Our choice to climb this hill came with it some risk, as it usually does, path or no established path. We didn't really know where we were going, just up and westward. We didn't really know how long it would take, or if the weather would turn on us. We had limited cell signal and no neighbors to keep an eye out for us. We didn't know what, if any, wildlife we would find. We certainly didn't know what emotions or feeling this place would stir up. It's no wonder then that we did take the path less traveled, in more ways than one. This whole journey is about the road less taken, at least by conventional societal norms. Never in a million years did I think that after 7 years of a university education, 2 college degrees, a good-paying job, and several postgraduate certifications that I'd trade it all in for a life on the road. Living out of a van with my husband and 2 kids. So many uncertainties, yet so certain that this is the right choice for us, at least for now. Tomorrow will be a new day, a new adventure, and with it, I'm sure a choice to make. Which way to go? Which road to take? Some of the greatest life lessons, both wins and losses, will come from this decision. Sometimes you'll end up at the same place no matter which way you take to get there. Just remember, the path less traveled often has more twists and turns, and that is not always a bad thing. I challenge you then, next time you have a choice to make that may seem scary or frightening, filled with uncertainty, don't be afraid to take a chance, take a risk. You just might learn something. Better than left wondering, what if, right?